because you don't have the knowledge, the skill, the ability to be able to execute, to use the gift that God has given to you. I mean, the direction He has given to you. So you need to understand. That is why we teach the Word of God, so that you have understanding. And when direction comes to join your understanding, you know what to do with it. Because you are the one to ensure that whatever that God has given to you, it come to pass by you. Because there are some things God wanted you to handle, so that He also handled the other side. You and God are moving the mountain together. You couldn't say, oh Lord, move this mountain for me. No, the Bible says, even if your faith is like what the seed of mustard seed, you shall command the mountain, and it do what? It will obey you. So whether it's little faith is good, but it has to grow with knowledge, with wisdom, with understanding the curse of God. So I gave you about the kinds of curses. One is the curse of God. Second is the curse of the parents, and the third is the curse of the prophet, and the fourth is the curse of the seed time and harvest, and then the rest is the curse of bitterness. If you are bitter in life, and you are a father and a mother, and if you don't change and work on yourself and to do self-deliverance, you would transfer the bitterness into the next generation. It becomes hereditary. It's in the gene. So that is it. So that's the curse of bitterness, and the least is the curse of Satan. The highest of all the curses on somebody is the curse of God. The least is the curse of Satan. So, and I've been telling you and then challenging you that this is what where people go to church and they do focus on Satan, either at home or prayer camps or cell groups, anywhere. They focus on the devil more than whatever. But you don't need the devil. The devil is not important. If something is not important, why do you have to treasure it and be conscious of him every day in your life? If your child is sick, he's coughing, he says it's a devil. If your child has a diarrhea, he says it's a devil. If your child couldn't urinate, he says it's a devil. No, maybe there's some things he's been doing, maybe touching the floor and touching the mouth with the hands and say it's a devil. So if you do that, then you make the devil big in your eyes, and God becomes small, and you will never see the hand of the Lord on your life. So here we teach you the real word of God that can really change your life and transform you. So you take the devil out of your mind. Take the devil out of your mind. If something is happening, you need to sit down and diagnose the problem. Is it me, my father, or my mother? And that is why I'm going through this. Or because I stay with my grandma or my grandpa, and after some years I'm going through this. You need to find out, even if you don't have the ability to see and hear, is a question you need to ask yourself, and then you take it to God and pray till you get a result. You get to know whatever. So many Christians are under the curse. The curse that God breaks is when you have become born again. When you become born again, you carry praying to curses, including the curse of God. Anybody on earth, it could be a white or blue or whatever. But as soon as you become born again, automatically the curse of God, the curse of Satan, the curse of bitterness, the curse of Satan and harvest, the curse of the prophet or the curse of parents, and any other, all break. So when they break, then you are free. Because what brings the curses is sin. One word, sin. And what breaks the curses is what? Obedience. So when you obey, then because God has seen you that you have repented, you became a prodigal son, and now you have changed, and you are serving God in holiness. The things you used to do, you don't do them anymore. Every time you want to go to church, you have that love. You want to go to church. You want to go to church. You want to go to church. Even at home, if there's no church, you want to make time to read Bible. Read. Sitting on there, maybe fluorescent tube somewhere, and you be reading. Whereas some people are chasing boyfriend, girlfriend. You are yourself. Because something in you gives you the desire for God and for Bible. So that's why you grow. When you grow, nobody could come to sway you and say, why don't you have a boyfriend and girlfriend? Why are you always in the house? I mean, aren't the house boiling and whatever? If you're not careful, wrong people can come and then disturb you and then whatever. So that is the case. So when the curses are broken, spiritually, you are a rich person, most precious, most fruitful, glorious person in the realm of the spirit. That is why I told you that when you are following God, begin to ask yourself. That's why you need to read Bible. Bible will tell you, if I live my life this way, I'll be under a curse. God will curse you. Never joke with God. Never take God as he's a lover, merciful God, good God. No. Don't think about that. When you are serving God and you grow, maybe today you got born again after 5 years. Don't treat God as he's a savior, Messiah, a lover, merciful God, and then you are there. And then you'll be fooling. No. Treat him as somebody. If you sin right now, he will forgive you, but you know what? He will punish you. So never think about that one. If your son, and so somebody told me years ago, said I asked for her. She's a women's, she was in the women's ministry of Apostolic Church, Continuation Church. She was one of the women's leaders. She came to office years ago, said I asked for her. She will sin and then will repent. I told myself, then you are a baby. Because it's babies in church or primary school, nursery, who sin a lot. It's my toy, it's my ruler. You see, that thing is not for him, but you cry, teacher will hold him. So when you were a Christian, you were a child, you will sin a lot. You were a child because you are fornicating. But if you know that fornication is not good and it can give you AIDS or any other, you will stop. You know the consequence of sin. So when you are small, you are 18, you want to have a boyfriend, girlfriend, when you are this, you will see. But when you grow to 20, 30 and you have grown, so no, you wanted to settle, you want to work hard, get money, rent a house and marry. You see, you are straightforward. You don't want to, whether you are girl, whatever. Only foolish ones who are, they are babies in the storage. They always, today they are born again. Even when they go to church, you say, altar call, they will come. Next week, altar call, they will say come. They are babies. The same people, altar call, they will come. Every day, altar call. So they are not changing. See, they don't know who they are and whatever. So that's why we teach you. So if I come and say this and this and this, your mother, whatever. Sometimes when I look at my rank and I come down to your realm and tell you something that, even though I'm saying the right thing, but my spirit tells me no, I should stop saying those things. Because with your level, you are very low to contain that message. I wish your father is here. I wish your mother is here. Not you. So I just say a few things. I say, okay, your exams, okay. I'm gonna, but the root cause, the main root that the neem tree is sitting on it, the main thing, because when I tell you, you will never even know where it comes from. You will be even disturbing me. You can say, oh, it's not true. So let me leave it and then whatever. Unless you grow. So we have levels. Even as you are here, the prophecy becomes level. If you are low, the prophecy will be low. If you are very high in the spirit, prophecies will become very high. Because if I say higher things, you don't know what I'm talking about. It's a levels of maturity that determines the level of prophecy that the person ought to receive. All right. Like I was talking to somebody in the 31st when I used for here. I said, I'm seeing a smoke. I saw smoke. You see me, I don't lie. That thing is only even sun. I saw smoke, if you can remember. I saw smoke, and it comes on your nose, and I see scent of cigarette. He said, yeah, even in his area, he even assumed that somebody was burning some wheat, but still, no, whatever. And I said, I see it coming to you, and it's like, it comes to you, and then you hail it. And it's like you wanted to have a desire. How many of you were there at the face? You want to have a desire. This is not even sin. I haven't mentioned sin. He couldn't come and stand here because he knows that he is sinning. I know. I don't say the fornication he has been having. That one, I don't say. The thing that he's been doing, I don't say it. I just ignore the fornication and things, and I say the other one. Because if I hate, he will not even come to church even again. Because what? Why? He's a baby. And he says, yes, even in his area, you assume that they were burning wheat. But you open the window, there's no, this smoke was coming. And I say, it's like the thing gives you the desire. And so, but, and then he starts, stammering. You see, if you are very spiritual, very deep in the spirit, that look at the prophecy how God gave more than 10 people. Prophecy, accurate. And but to him, he says, no. First, he said yes. He just said no. So when I do that, I will mark him with some red letter, red destiny in my mind. Next time he's coming, I will say something different. The written I have to bring it out, bring it out to help resolve and save his life. I'll not say, because he's trying to dodge some things. He's always suspicious that I will say something that he knows. And why are you also in the church? You cannot go to the hospital and then the machine examines your, maybe you have the AIDS and you say you don't have it. No, let them test your blood. So prophetic is that. Prophetic will reveal the root cause. If you accept, fine. If you don't accept, fine. But next time you will never get that opportunity again. Maybe you might be dying and prophet may be around. So, because even if I say be component, still you don't even believe in God. So he's saying that what I'm saying is a lie. So all the hours I've spent, he's saying that in the way I am lying. If I'm lying, then never approach, because believing, even unbelievers who worship idol, they believe in their stones, they believe in their ancestors who have died and they are in hell. They say ancestors. They have that belief. They will pour something on the floor and then whatever. How much more a Christian? So if you have that, it's a belief that brought you to church. It's a belief. Maybe I've taught what the praise TV, family tips. Oh, this is Bible. This is nothing. This is really Bible. And no wonder somebody here, there's a guy here told my wife that, oh, that guy I was talking about. I think something happened and I think he borrowed money or they did something, a job, and then he collected somebody's 1,000 plus Ghana. He has run away from the church. Brother, stand of it. You see that? Yeah. He told my wife that there's money that he ought to give it to him, and he has run away, and he's been calling him and switch off the phone, whatever. So such a person, my wife even met him in Mariam some time ago, and my wife stopped, went and bought something in Mariam, and then was coming with a record, and then met him. And my wife said he stopped, and I said, well, how are you? For about 2 months we don't see you in church. Blah. Then he said that to answer that why he couldn't come to church, he said that he has a driving license. He too, he knows how to drive. He said So you see, so I have to talk to those who are not mad, those who are in their right mind, and they walk, take a car, come and sit down. That's what I think about. A woman who needs help, a man who is in need. These are those I'm looking for. They don't have the money. They are Christians. They don't have the blessings. So these are people I stand with them to help them, not just whatever. My wife was saying that, for 2 months we haven't been seeing you at church. He said, yeah. And he changed. He said, but I also have a driving license. In a way, which means, why do you have to drive as a woman? So if you can give me the car, you pay me, and then, you see, that's... No, you have to read the mind. When somebody's talking, read the mind. You have to be fast. So in church, we meet a lot of people. A lot of people. He has 8. He told the doctor he doesn't have 8. They tested 8. Some churches in Accra, before a brother marries a sister, they say go and do 8 tests. I don't know if you are aware. Because you can't find truth. There is a nice guy will go die. Nice guy will die from a bank. A handsome, looking young man. You will never know that disease is in the gene. So go and do it. But here I'm prophet. God hasn't told me. I will know. If the blood is clean, I will know. So if you doubt what I'm doing in all these years, then I will watch the video, so I will know. No, this guy, no. I want somebody who is straightforward person, who received something. And Jesus did everything. Even when he came back to life, he did everything to his followers and disciples, that he was the one who died and he came back to life. He didn't want anybody to doubt his resurrection. He made sure they all believe it. So if somebody doesn't believe in you, the person must quickly leave and go. Because believing is our connection to put the miracle and give it to you. Believe it. You don't believe in him, go. If you doubt me, just 5 minutes, and then you start to insult me, say something. No. You doubt me 5 minutes, and you say a word that is not a good word. No, I'll be careful. Where from that word? Because I have trained for all these years, preaching. So, And that can also bring a curse on somebody. All those who refuse to accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior, the chief priests and the kings, they died and now they are in hell. Jesus controls heavens and earth and hell. Jesus could leave from heaven and go to hell. And that they will be in prisons. And Jesus, please save me. And Jesus will be sobbing. But when people have gone there in the dream, he say, Jesus will be sobbing. And a cry that he cries and the tears that doesn't come. He said that if on earth, it's too late. If on earth you have God, obey me, you'd have come to see my kingdom. But it's too late now. And they'll be screaming, Jesus! And we'll be passing there. Jesus! And demons will be falling down, will be falling. Jesus! He controls heaven and hell. He made hell for demons and Satan. He made hell for the devil and demons, not for human beings. So whichever way we are telling you something, in the end, I'll do what? I'll pray for you. Whichever way we are telling you, in the end. So if you want to challenge, then I mark you. You will never receive a word from me. I will use wisdom. Me, I'm very smart. Okay, thank you very much. So the curse of God is the highest than the rest of the curses I've mentioned now. So when you are serving God, don't fear your parent, don't fear your prophet, don't fear Satan, don't fear anybody. Fear who? God. Holy fear, reverential what? Acknowledgement, revere, respect. Make sure that you focus on him 24 hours a day. Make sure that you focus on him, as the Bible says, he's the author and the finisher of what? Of our faith. Hebrews 12, verse 1. Focus on him, love him, think about him. Every day when you do that, you have peace. Anytime you think about God, you have peace. If you think about the devil, then doubt will be coming. You are losing your Savior's concentration and thinking about something else. So think about him. Meditate on him. He's a very good person. Never allow any doubt or unbelief or fear. These are our enemies. Our main enemy is fear, unbelief, and doubt. Our main enemies on earth is not even the devil. Because the devil has been defeated a long time. So what the devil brings against most Christians is what? Unbelief, fear, and doubt. They are one. So Jesus made sure that when he was going to heaven, he didn't reveal himself to the high priests and chief priests and kings. He didn't go there. He didn't go there. I don't know why. He didn't go there. He showed himself to the followers, the 12 disciples, Mary, Martha, and those two men traveling on the road of Amos. And say, these are those he showed. Even when they were walking, he said, he was asking them, please, what is this happening in this Jerusalem? He said, are you a stranger? A man called Jesus. He died on the 10th day. They buried him on the 10th day. He came, and he was Jesus asking them, he is Jesus. He's asking a question. What is this happening? So I can be a prophet and say, where do you live? Even though I may forget, Jesus said, so what's happening? He said, are you a stranger? A man called Jesus. They butchered him. He bled all his blood, but the body got swollen up. I mean, he was very powerful. I don't know why he died. They killed him. He too, he had the power, healing. He can resurrect Lazarus. He died 4 days. Hey, miracles. Hey, that man. He said he has come back only, and the whole nation. Hey. So thank you very much. So focus on this one. And the reason we are talking about this is like, these are things that many Christians, they will pretend as if everything is fine. And pray. But they don't diagnose that either God has cursed them, or the prophet's curse is on them, or parents, or seed time and harvest, maybe parents' curse, so anything, whatever. Or because they are being cursed by God, Satan comes. When you're cursed by your parent, the devil will come. When you're cursed by God, the devil will come. When you're cursed by prophet, the devil will come. When you're cursed by seed time and harvest, the devil will come. Anything you are cursed about, the devil will come. The devil is a list. So if God has cursed you, demons will come. If you kill somebody right now, the murderous spirit will enter you to do it more. If you fornicate, you don't stop. The devil will encourage you. He will not kill you. He will encourage you, give you that desire. Go and do. Because he hates human beings. He hates human beings. That he is in hell, he goes and comes. He is in hell. And you are God's daughter, God's son. He hates it. over sin. Why that I have to allow sin to water? And that's why we teach you to ground it. So that will give you the direction. Direction helps you to go. But the teachings or the prophetic teachings of the word of God, it grounds you and opens your eyes and you learn. So when you learn, you have the direction and also the learning, and you know that, oh, my eyes are open. I can't listen. Then you are wasting my time. So we're talking about the curse of God into bracket. Are you robbing God? That's the theme for tonight, and that is the last one we are sharing, and then we'll stand on it to pray. That's what we'll do Sundays, Wednesday. We share the word, we'll pray based on the word, and then God will be directing you as well as He wishes. The curse of God into bracket. Are you robbing God? Are you robbing God into bracket? So be very careful. You may sin against the prophet, he may forgive you. You may sin against your parents, they may forgive you. You may sin against anybody, they may forgive you. But still, if God's curse is upon you, that's the major one. The hand of God is not upon you. I got born again in 1988. I was almost 19 years old. And I've lived with Jesus, Holy Spirit, from 19 years up to now. 19 years, so 88. And I've lived with it, charismatic prayer, fasting, long fasting. And you need to jump over hurdles upon hurdles, spiritual hurdles and whatever. You need to fight to clear your way, to come to another realm. So you need this thing to help you open your eyes so that you live by it. There are people watching on Facebook and YouTube. They're also enjoying right now. When I finish, I check the phone. It will be 80 people who have watched, 85 something. People are watching every day. Because this thing also opens their eyes. Because in their churches, maybe that thing, that way, is not there. They enjoy the prophecy the same as the way. People are watching. From Sunday service, I watch my phone. It was 100 and something to 200. People have been watching. Just few days, 3 days. So thank you very much. You can't throw God's word away. You can't throw also His direction. So you need to be very careful. You need to focus. But if you don't have Bible, get one. Go to bookshop and get one. It doesn't cost. Read anywhere you wanted to read. Bible is good. The Bible reading helps you to remain holiness in your mind, in your heart, on your dressing, on your speech. Gradually things will be changing. You can't sin and still accept the fact that God has spoken, so those things that He has said will come to pass. You lie about. No. God is too holy to be handled. If you are not living in holiness, there's nothing like what He has said will come to pass. Put that in your spirit. Here is a clean church, not other. Maybe, may God forbid, they say, they don't tell you son. They don't tell this is son. They tell you, they will say you will travel, and this will happen, fine, and many happens, and still the person is what is living in sin. No, it's good to live in holiness without even blessing. When you live in holiness, it's a process. Even if you are not even prophesied, God will bless you. Than to receive a prophecy and you have 2 girlfriends and no one knows. Which means the prophet is wasting his time. Maybe he's away and he didn't tell you. And even some of them, they can take marriage husbands, men's pictures, women, and they will go to some priest, and the prophet will say that it is the will of God married this man. Meanwhile, the man has married. Look at that. Which means no, they don't see. Me, I'll tell you the truth. That's why I don't collect money, so that I can give it to you as it is. So that is it. So the curse of God, that is the most curse. So fear Him and love Him and seek Him, because He created you, not your parents. Your parents have done well. They did what they ought to do. But God is the center of your life. And love Him so much. That's the most person you should love beyond your husband. You should love beyond your wife. You should love beyond your church and church members. You should love. If you're a pastor, you have a small church, big church, it's nothing. Love the Lord more Love God, because anything can happen with the church, may God forbid, but God will never return to heaven and let you pass away. But His word in your life. So focus on Him and love Him more. Don't leave Him. Second, love Him every day. Connect to Him to take care of your home. Connect Him to take care of your health. Connect Him to take care of your finances and your job. Use Him. Get close to Him. Love Him. That's the only way. Nothing else. Huh? Thank you very much. So I want to give you my first point so that I will give you the rest and that you enjoy. Everybody pays tithe. Only few pay to the Lord, and the rest pay to the devourer. Everybody pays tithes. You may add S, tithes, printed tithes. Only few pay to the Lord, and the rest pay to the devourer. Christians around the world, God's word commands us that we should give God 1/10 of our crops, of our occupation, of our job, of anything. It's God's word. You are not giving your tithe to a man of God to eat. You are giving to God. You are not the one who cares for the man or the woman of God. It's God who cares for it. It's God who employed them. There were many. My sister, I had a joint sister. Okay, my junior brother's wife was telling me years ago. Say, wow, may God bless you. They were watching Praise TV in the second somewhere. So wow, many jobs. You went to school. You went to better school. Many jobs you could have done, but you said God has called you into ministry. I was laughing. I was happy. I like that one. I don't want to be a professor with long beard, sweeping the floor like a zooming lion without the power of God. I don't want to be any kind of job or be in any kind of job without Jesus. Because if you have all those things, the demons will come. If the demons don't come, the family demons will chase you. Call it familiar spirit. Either from your father, you were born there, they pour libation, and because you're born again, broke it. If you are living anyhow, they will so come and sit on some glory. But if you have Christ in your heart, powerful, and you are living for Him, even though you are walking here and there, but you are a 24-hour Christian, like a full-time what? Christian, not a half-time or part-time. So thank you very much. So I was saying this to you. Everybody pays what? Tithes. And okay, full stop. Only few pay what? To the Lord. And the rest pay what? To the devourer. So which means the rest means those who don't pay tithe to God. They pay to who? The devourer, the devil, demons. Simple. And if you pay the devourer, you don't automatically pay, but he comes to take what he wanted. I told you, devour. Devour means what? Somebody who eats food or pray quickly. Somebody who eats what? Food or pray. P-R-E-Y. Pray. What? Quickly. They eat the food. It's a demon. You've kept 10,000 pounds. They say, now I'm blessed though. Hey, because you are not also paying your tithe. So you think you're taking advantage on God and then the grace of God. Whatever. And then after many years, God sends the devourer to go and scatter your money, make you sick and whatever, sack you from 100 to 0. Because you're not giving him 1/10. You'll be taking advantage. You come to church, all right. So may I open? That's what goes on, and through that, their prophecies also will not come to pass because they're not giving God 1/10. Even Akufado, he has done 10 number. He said, pay for 10. If you don't pay for 10, it will affect your future land, future this, future that. They've done maybe some card that you can travel to any African country without what? A passport. He said, pay rent for what? Mortgage. We got what? Property rates, this and that, whatever. What about that? if you are afraid of the government and you can give it to him, how much more God? Just one thing. These are things you should consider, because if you don't consider paying your tithe well, these are those who pray, going everywhere, Chum Mountains and the Mountain Everest and Mountain Afetato, everywhere, and they're looking for, prophet to prophet, roaming everywhere. But they have to know that, are you paying your tithe well? Are you giving exact one tenth? Simple. Because if you pay your tithe well, you pray less, you fast less, you don't fast 21 days, 100 days, 1,000 days. But if you don't pay, hey, you use your strength traveling to everywhere. Seeing property in Nigeria, it's good to go there and traveling everywhere. And the property in the bush, you go there. Because if you don't pay, the grace will not come upon you. The grace comes upon you when you do what is right. Tithe doesn't mean you are a worker and you are what? A student. Malachi didn't say because you are a student, don't pay tithe. No. I've been paying tithe for my children, the 3 children, from the womb. One day in the womb, I've been paying tithe. The 2 of them, one at school, Peter Varsity, the girl who sang. Another one also is in school, still Rasford Varsity. I told them, now we will not pay tithe for you again. Any money that we give to you, take tithe. And love the Lord and pay it once a month. So we give them their tithe. Now, the first one has her own passport. So other one, we have to give them, because they are growing, 23 and 20. So you can keep your passport. And on the last one is 16 years. And that one, we have to find money and pay. Because there's no excuses that if he wanted a blessing, God will not say it's a professor. No. Principle is principle. You have to pay your tithe. So that his glory, his sun will be upon you to pass your exams and you keep on shining. No excuse. So that one, we find money maybe 26 or 30 or 50 and then you put there. So pay. So if you see me, I'm shining in this church and the many are envy me. Well, how could you envy a prophet who lays hands upon you? Could you become more higher in the spirit than him, as well as the physical when his cup is full? No, think about it. In the house, the father and mother, how could the children become greater than the father? No, impossible. The father buys land and birth for the children. They break through, and later they'll be giving the father and the mother money and some gifts when they grow old. So how could you assume that what you are doing, we are not changing life? This is hard work. This purely, spiritual. If I'm not strong in the spirit, somebody can bring you down. Hey, this work is higher than government work. This work and the nursing job, nurse, to be a nurse. Either the demon in the man will come and enter the nurse, or the nurse demon will enter the man. Hey! This one, God is using it to save life from darkness to light. It's a higher calling. Not just you are working for timber market and then you don't pay your rent. No. So thank you very much. So that is it. That's the first one. The first one is what? Everybody is paying what? Tithes. Only few paid to the Lord, and the rest pay to the devourer. Thank you. Number 2, you are following, you are enjoying. That's beautiful. Number 2, thank you, very powerful. It means your spirit man is hungry of God's word and direction. Okay, number 2, I give it to you. The devourer decide to reside in your house, and if you keep him in your house, he will give you problem from problem. Because you are not paying your tithe, the devourer automatically will come and stay, resides in your house, and it will give you problem to problem, even sickness and whatever, etc., etc. The devourer decides to reside in your house. The devourer will decide to reside in your house and will give you problem to problem. That is the point. Just pick it and write the way you want it. Because when you pay the 1/10, it's 1,000 Ghana. And you cancel 1 zero, it becomes 100 Ghana. The rest is for you. You have the biggest. God, just small. And you keep any money that comes, not only when you are paid. We didn't want my people to be giving you gifts. 100 Ghana, 50, 10, 20. That you should be taking tithe from that one. I pay tithe from people when they send me Tigo, MTN number, MTN, maybe about 6 of them. Like KB could be sending me years ago, and I'll be taking tithe. I would write KB, Tigo, 20 cities. And it's 2 cities. I have a sheet and I'll write all of them. Anybody who gives me a gift and mention the amount, quickly I'll write the amount. Because normally if you give me 1 shirt, I have to go to market and ask the price of the shirt and pay tithe. But it's a hard way. Because if the person bought it from US, I can't go to US. So that one there, I won't pay tithe. If you buy me shoes, I have to go to the market and ask the price of the shoes. Because it's in the Bible. Anything, those days their occupation was what? Agriculture. Whether they are grave wine, anything, any farming. All the farming, maybe if one person owns 4 farms, you see what? You should pay tithe on anything that you harvest and sell. You should pay tithe. No, just be honest to God and yourself, and later more blessing. Just this 1/10, maybe 100 Ghana, and my tithe is 10 cities. It's not. I have the 90, and God has whatever. I haven't done anything. Paying tithe to me is not something difficult. I love him. It's a level I've gotten to. So if you eat it, you write, or you keep the money later, you look here, and then you consume. The devourer will be coming. If you have the arrest or something to pay, take your time to be redeeming systematically and pay all. God is watching. No one knows. You and God know. God knows it. Be honest to yourself. And that's where God opened the door. Because sometimes you may go to work and work in the scorching sun for many hours, 8 hours and more. You come home tired. You couldn't even pray. You eat and then you went and slept. Because you've been paying your tithe, you pray, you summarize your prayer and say, why? The grace will take care of you. The demons may be around. They will never do anything to you. Because why? God knows that you are too tired, and he gets money from your tiredness, from your work, from your labor. So he will take care of you. No one will forsake at home. Your children, whatever. Pay tithe for your children. Collect tithe from the church and pay tithe for all of them. So that they shine. They become distinguishers. So simple. Not only prayer. No. Money is nothing. God is higher than money. Money is nothing. Silver and gold belongs to God. He doesn't even use the gold because he's a solid. He doesn't use the gold and silver and diamond and bauxite, manganese and oil. He doesn't use them. He's a solid. But yet he made it for us. If you serve him well, he will give you everything. If you serve him well, he will give you. He can change your life, change your clothing. I don't used to wear chains like that. This room was not like that before. Because I've been taking. When the church pay their tithes, maybe the tithe is 10,000 plus. For example, my wife is a good accountant. She will take tithes from the tithe. Book launching, we put all together. She will take tithe from all the book launching, and any donation or what people seed, all this seed that they put the praise, and then she will put them somewhere.